The show started with the match between Scorpio Sky vs Wardlow for the All Elite Wrestling TNT Championship Street Fight, and the result of this match was Wardlow defeated Scorpio Sky via pinfall after hitting the Powerbomb Symphony and become the new All Elite Wrestling TNT Champion. Christian Cage makes his entrance with Luchasaurus. He says he's the Cage everyone is talking about and everybody is demanding to know why Luchasaurus is remaining aligned with him, but before he can answer, Matt Hardy interrupted him. Matt tells Cage he was using Jungle Boy to stay relevant and he gets it because he was doing the same with Private Party and Butcher and the Blade and he regrets that, and he's here to make sure nobody else gets taken advantage of. Christian said Matt is more embarrassing to the Hardy family than his screw-up loser brother. This gets Hardy to attack, but Luchasaurus cuts him off with a headbutt, and then Luchasaurus hit the chokeslam to Hardy on the table. Then we saw the tag team match between Butcher and the Blade versus Keith Lee and Swerve, and the result of this match was Swerve in Our Glory won by pinfall with a Swerve Stomp, Spirit Bomb combination on the Blade. Post-match Powerhouse Will Hobbs and Absolute Ricky Starks come down shouting. Starks says they've been really nice by not ending their careers, but they want to act like they're somebody. They've proven that there's levels to this and Swerve and Our Glory are several levels lower. But then came Young Bucks, and they did a huge announcement because they said next week they will defend their tag team titles against Starks and Hobbs and Swerve in Our Glory. Eddie Kingston makes his entrance and Tony Schiavone interviews him in the ring. Kingston said he's really out here to call Chris Jericho out for making him a liar. He didn't taste his blood, so he's gonna get him again and he's gonna taste his blood. Chris Jericho shouts from the Tron and says if he wants to get crazy he'll show how crazy he can get. We saw Tay Conti brutally attacked on Ruby Soho at the parking place. Dark Order makes their entrance. Evil Uno says that's why it's very important to say this here today because every single one of us should hear it. He thanks everyone for showing up and supporting them, and the 6 of them are here to stay. QT Marshall interrupts. He addressed Brodie's son and said his father was a legend, but -1 is more like his mother. He didn't bring his friends out here, so he wants to face the 10-year-old man-to-man. But then came Hangman Adam Page, and he attacked on QT Marshall and threw him into the ring, and then Preston 10 Vance finishes him off with the discus lariat. Brodie Jr. gets the mic back and says he'd pin Marshall right now but he's gonna wait until he's 19. Then we saw a match between Penta Oscuro vs Rush, and the result of this match was Rush won by pinfall with a schoolboy pin. We get a Death Before Dishonor ad and a promo from Jay Lethal and Co about how he's going to beat Samoa Joe and win the Raw World Television Championship back. Then we saw a tag team match between Ass Boys and the Acclaimed versus the Bear Country, and the result of this match was Ass Boys and the Acclaimed win by pinfall with a lateral press from Austin Gunn on Bear Bronson. Then we saw a women's tag team match between Marina Shafir and Nyla Rose versus Thunder Rosa and Toni Storm, and the result of this match was ThunderStorm won by pinfall with a Spike Fire Thunder driver on Marina Shafir. In the main event we saw a match between Brody King vs Jon Moxley for the interim All Elite Wrestling World Championship, and the result of this match was Jon Moxley won the match by referee stoppage with the Bulldog choke to retain the interim All Elite Wrestling World Championship, and the show went off the air.